I love the story. I don't know if you've ever heard of Frederick the Mouse by Leo Leone. Do you know this story? Oh, everybody should know this story. Leone is a brilliant man. He's an art director, and he retired and went to Italy and did children's books. And in this one book that he presented at the Aspen Conference on Design, and everyone said, "Oh, sugar, we're going to see a children's book." Probably one of the most profound books. Frederick was a mouse, and Frederick everyone thought was lazy because he would lie around and look at the sun while everybody was gathering corn. And then when everybody was gathering grains for the winter time, Frederick would be looking at the flowers and smelling the flowers. And they said, "Frederick, you're going to starve." And Frederick would just ignore what they said and go on. Anyway, winter did come, and everybody is holed up in their little warrens, and they come to Frederick and they said, "Frederick, tell us about the sun." And Frederick tells them about the sun, and he creates sunshine in the tunnel. "Tell us about the flower and the smells." And he created color through his stories about the flower. Frederick was the poet, and to me, Frederick is an essential part of our culture. And the idea that initially we think of them as being wasteful is there isn't any culture in the world of any significance that we remember that doesn't have its own distinct art. So therefore, I think the notion of people being able to play, whether it's through appreciation, whether through its doing itself, I think is essential. And I think in our work, we have to be able to find the outlet in which people can do this. I mean, it's not entirely our responsibility. Clearly, we can't. But I think from a cultural standpoint, we have to look at our behavior as being much more rewarding. And we then have to find the places where this can occur. It's like I design a garden. And my garden is a series of circumstances. I put some flowers here. I look out and I say, it doesn't look like it's right, so I change it. And then I have to put a barn because of a tractor that I own, and because of the DEP or one of the other agencies, I can't, and there's wetlands, I have to put in this orientation. This orientation triggers off something else. And as I go, I find myself changing my environment in a way that it is growing as I'm growing. I have a tree, a willow tree, I planted when I was building a house in '60. Now it's 40 years later. I am growing along with this willow tree. So we have this environment that's growing in tandem. It's changing, I'm changing. And there's a wonderful relationship to it. And working on the garden, or I say working, is a form of play. So I don't know, I think as I go back, I think we have to look at our work, as facilitating this opportunity.